All right. Welcome back to the Ancient Podcast.
Ancient podcast. All right.
Yeah, so it's called. We got Brandon on here.
What up? Just got off of work. Coming over to the Ancient Podcast to check it out. Make my appearance.
You said you had something you wanted to talk about earlier. What was it?
Man, that was a while ago, but I know part of it was talking about just fishing, dude. Like, because I know it's been cold recently, but I was talking to somebody at work too today. Actually, this kind of adds on to what I was saying. But he got a new fish finder, and them fish finders, dude, sometimes they get up to be almost $1,000, if not. So he ended up getting like a good deal on a Bass Pro brand, and he's gonna sell his other one. He's got like a John boat with his dad, but I just got a little canoe. But it's got me thinking, like, there's only a few spots that I can really take this little canoe because they do tip pretty easy, and if you got high traffic with boats, you're gonna be in trouble. And what I mean is, like, are you familiar with Houston Woods?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
All right, so it's a good spot to fish. I like it, but you don't ever see anybody out there in like a kayak or a canoe usually. And the reason for that is because they're allowed to use like 10 horsepower and above engines. So if you get out there, the waves, it's going to be a lot more choppy, and it's going to be hard to keep your canoe like still at all. So if you find a little spot on the edge that you want to sit and fish and you can't tie off, you're never going to be able to stay there because the wind will just carry you like a fucking sailboat. So I'm going to get me a John boat.
Yeah, I've never been fishing like on a boat for real.
Not on a boat. It's pretty fun on a boat. I like it, but I'll tell you, especially if you've never been on a boat before, I wouldn't let my first experience be on a canoe unless it's in a pond.
Right.
But like, if you ever wanted to go to Rush Run Lake with me, it's kind of like a big ass pond in a way. Like, it's over by Houston Woods, and it's an old valley that they filled in, and it's like, it's shaped kind of like this, like almost like a V, and there's two different forks on the lake that you can go on each side, and they're shallower over there. And I've caught some fucking big ass bass right where it starts to drop off.
I gotta get butane by that.
I don't think it's got enough heat.
It's because I gotta.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hear you. But yeah, like Rush Run is it's up there by Houston Woods. It's probably 10 minutes from Houston Woods. It's a valley that they filled in over time, and now they fill it with like trout and shit in the wintertime. And I'm not a trout fisher, man. I don't, when it gets cold out like that, I don't usually fish.
I'll outfish you.
Boy, you couldn't catch a fish at Long John Silver's. What you talking about?
Actually, I'm trash at fishing, though, for real. Not very good.
Dude, I tell you, at least you're not one of them people that says there's nothing to it, because especially on them hard days when them fish don't want to bite and it's hot outside, like, it really is almost like a form of like hunting in a way, bro.
No, dude, there's definitely something to it.
Oh yeah, because you got to think, I mean, when the weather starts changing and them fish start moving, you got to find out where them fish are going to be and what they're eating on based on the time of year and what they're...
As the episodes go on, we will bring out more dab rigs. I just don't feel like cleaning them right now. I haven't dabbed in a while.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Make it more interesting. Sure.
I'm going to try to do one like every day, dude. Because you can just use the same person over and over again.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
There's a lot of them that do that. Man, it's been a while since I've watched him. I can't remember his name now, but he's the one that does like only the black and gray. You might know who I'm talking about, but his podcasts are only in black and white.
Nope. Do you
No.
think you could do podcasts though? Like eventually, like after one or two, like you open up.
Well, like I can open up on the camera. It does take a minute, but it's also
The key is to forget the camera's there and just
yeah,
talk.
and that's the easy part, really. But my thing is like, there's not always a whole lot to talk about here in Middletown. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you kind of gotta just go with the flow. And I don't know. I mean, what I'm getting at is, I don't think
That's
I'll
right.
have a lot more to talk about in the future
gotta
besides
talk
what
about,
I
like-
besides what I enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, that's not true. Like goals and ambitions. Talk about if it really starts popping off, people watch it. We could put like a lot more work into it, bro, and like the production. And,
Damn.
like, this is the most basic podcast ever.
Yeah, but it always starts out that way. Go look at Joe Rogan's first podcast.
But I don't like the concept.
You do or don't?
I do.
Good, good.
I gotta keep walking over here because I filmed a whole entire fucking 30-minute one with Kevin earlier and the mic fucked up. So I gotta keep making sure it's picking up the audio. Because now I got PTSD because we had like the best podcast ever.
Dude, that does suck. I'm the same way with Google Maps and the Domino's app.
Yeah.
If you just try and like push the arrow on the Domino's app to take you to the location, sometimes it'll be like 500 through 473 on Crawford Street. Like it'll go through all them houses. It'll switch it from an exact address. And literally, yes, you know what I'm talking about. That shit gave me fucking the same thing, bro. I'll even if I type the shit in now and I click start, I still have to go back and double check it, bro. I cannot help it, and it's so aggravating, especially when you're busy and you're trying to get them
Verdecky.
fucking runs gone.
Shout out to Zen. I haven't vaped in 3 days.
Well,
You
good.
should be proud of me.
That's what's up, bro.
You should be proud of me.
But how do like the Zens compare? Like, cause when you get
You
a
want
nicotine craving, I appreciate it. I've never had them before, and
I was a spitless dip.
I'm good. I really am good.
Sure.
Yeah, nicotine's weird
Get
for me.
yourself an upper decky.
I'm not. I'm not really interested in it.
Just take it. And
I'll smell it.
Dude, it's.
The reason
you
why
just
I don't
take
want
and
it,
you just pop it in your upper lip. You know.
I know what to do with it, big dog.
You just,
You said you can't smell it.
the same, bro. You taking
Well, here's what I wanted to
upper
say.
decky, man.
Does it really fix that same itch from like you want to inhale smoke or a vape? Like for me, I've noticed.
Yes, because I just smoke the dab pens and it. Like, sometimes you smoke vapes, dab pens, same thing. I've been smoking hell of a lot more dab pens, but other than that, the nicotine cravings are gone, bro. I low-key, like, want this more than them.
Well, I mean that's good because I've heard a lot of people say a lot of good things about Zen.
They just hit hard, bro. Wake up, pop yourself another decky in the morning. You're good to go. you
That's
know?
funny.
I'm
Dude,
dead ass.
I'm glad they're coming out with
My
stuff
mouth's hella dry, though.
that nicotine does that shit, yeah. But I'm glad they're starting to come out with shit that's like completely tobacco free. That's just cotton and nicotine with some flavor.
Nicotine salts and
Yeah, Nick Salt. That's why I don't want it because it's a little potent. And not only that, I've been doing pretty damn good on my nicotine intake, dude. I've only smoked 2 cigarettes today.
bro.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I smoked 3.
What kind of cigarette did you smoke? Was it a Marlboro Black Short?
Yes,
There you go.
yes it was.
For real?
Yes. I like this kit because it makes it a lot harder to breathe that
Yeah, I'm gonna have
shit
to
in.
get something to actually dab off of, bro.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Bro, my little brother, I went back over there. He bought himself a Puffco. I was like, bro, I feel like I'm back at Brody's for a year ago. I was like, my buddy used to have one of these.
For
You
the
still
record,
got them. You just don't use it, right?
For the record, all of this THC concentrate was sourced from a local dispensary in a legal state. What'd you say?
Well, I don't remember. Hold on. That's funny because it's like they know what I just said, but I don't. And they're probably like, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I have no idea.
Dude. I mean, it really, I don't think it was that important. I think it was just talking about, oh, no, yeah. I was just talking about how my little brother had a puff code. And it just reminded me of the times when I used to come over here, like when me and you first started hanging out, which had been a little bit over a year ago. And that's all you used to smoke out of was a puff codes, dude. And then I asked you if you still had it. That's what it was. Or did you sell it?
I traded it for a bunch of tattoos.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like that's all I got. Like
You showed me your
I got,
tattoos,
like,
but
this wood, that wood. I
Okay.
got that touched up. I got all these touched up. It was a fair trade.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They hooked you up.
Those are not bad tattoos.
No, they're not. And especially just for a puff code,
They're
like,
actually badass.
they fucking hooked you up.
Like you can't say these are bad.
No, you can't. That's the thing too. Like, that's one of the reasons also why tattoos cost so much, and why when people tip their tattoo artist, they tip them. I mean, it's hundreds of dollars, sometimes $1,000 tip, and it's because it's not like somebody bringing you your food at a restaurant or delivering a pizza to you. Like, that shit is a work of art, and they're literally like,
Shout out to Dean Hutchinson.
it took them years to get to that point.
I don't know if you can see that or not. Nardbar. You know, cigarette packs.
Doodaloo doo doo.
Alright. I got a sweet
Brody,
hourglass. I got a Haunter tattooed on my leg, but I don't feel like doing all that.
Brody, doodaloo doo doo.
Dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nardbar, man. I might have been real fucked up on Klonopin when I got that tattoo, but I meant it, brother. It says, eventually things will happen.
Well, I'll tell you this.
What?
There are a lot worse things that you could do off of a good night of K-Pens. I'm just telling you.
Never got a bad tattoo.
No, I mean,
That's
there
where
are
most of
some
my
people that
tattoos
get
come
drunk
from,
and wake
some
up with
Klonopin.
fucking like his and her tattoos, and you
I
know
would
what I'm
never
saying?
do that
Oh my
bullshit.
gosh, I know, right? But like, you get so fucked up.
I did this one on my knee when I was fucking trashed, but it's actually good. I did that myself.
Was that a stick and poke?
Yeah, it's like a drawing
Okay.
I used to do all the time.
Move it
when I
over a
was
little so I can
kid.
see it kind of
I
better.
used to draw all the time as a kid, and I tattooed it on myself, so I'd never forget it when I get old.
That's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, like, I can appreciate stuff like that, but man, when it comes down to it, because I've always wanted some tattoos, it would never look good on me.
You
And the
don't
reason
have one?
why, no, and the reason
Should get a
is,
face tat.
dude, nah,
It's his hardest.
that's funny as fuck. Nah, bro, I'll tell you, like,
I
when
wanna
you
get
get
a
one
hard-boiled egg
tattoo, I've heard
tattoo.
multiple people say this, and I
Not
know I
really.
would feel this way already, but when you get one
What
tattoo,
would my next tattoo be? What?
that's, you just want to keep getting more tattoos after that,
Mhm.
because then you're like, well, this kind of looks weird by itself, or or you'll be like, well, man, it kind of look cool if I add it on over here. Like, I've just noticed it's always something, you know what I'm saying, for like why somebody, like, when they get the first one, why they want to continuously get more,
Yeah, I've only done this side of my arm because I'm saving this side for my 30s.
Okay. I've never heard anybody say that before, but I could get that.
30s or like 40s,
you're-
like different interests and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And you've realized a thing or two by your 30s that you didn't throughout your teenage years
That's what
and
I'm saying.
possibly
yeah.
your 20s. But
I
man,
wanted to get the Lord's Prayer like right here.
to fill that in, right?
I'd be
That's
tight
why you want to do it, though, right?
and red. Just because I like the color red.
And it's what Jesus is.
Yeah, and it'd be
Yeah.
really
But
cool.
it's cool. But do you also want to do it to fill that in?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I would constantly feel that way, especially if I just had one tattoo. Because to me, it would, unless it was literally
You
like
look like
perfect.
a U.S. Army helmet tattoo type of guy.
A U.S.
Or
Army
like you,
what?
you look like you'd get a bald eagle on your back.
That's funny as hell, dude.
Would
You know, and this is so
Like
cliche.
full spread winged bald eagle on your back with the USA flag in the background.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't say
Just-
no to it if it was the right time. Like,
That's what I'm fucking.
like I do fuck with that. But here's my thing. You know what I really would get? And it's cliche, and I didn't want it for the longest time, but I've thought about getting a wolf tattoo because of the symbolism behind it. And it's something that really does hold true to me. And
What's the symbolism?
it's just basically like when you stood alone for a while, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I grew up. And I'm kind of just like a lone wolf, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's cool to have some type of symbolism in your tattoos. Like, I want something that means something to me and has like a double meaning or something along the lines of that. But I want it to be a tattoo that it's like a deep meaning. Like, I'm having a hard time really trying to like give you a good image, but like I was thinking about running like a tattoo down. It'd be my left arm though, but
Dude,
of just
do
basically
you
like
want to do a tattoo and film it on the pod?
no, I trust me. I've been thinking about tattoos for years. I wouldn't just do it on an impulsive thing because, like I said, I really want to get a good design picked out first, and I got to really sit and think about placement because that's very important for my future.
Understandable.
But hey, I'll tell you this: if I ever pulled the trigger,
I just kind of got him. I was like, this shit tight, dog.
yeah. Well, if I ever
Next
pulled the
thing you
trigger
know,
on it
there
and
it
wanted a tattoo, I wouldn't say no to that. But we'd probably have to bring it into a parlor because I would do it with somebody that's licensed and everything, just because I probably won't ever get another one.
This one was my first tattoo ever.
Really?
The music one. And then I immediately got a fucking hand tap.
Well, it makes sense
for
because you
some
love music.
reason.
Me, dude. You know what I really want my tattoo to be about.
Love
Even
and
if
compassion.
we don't have to have it about the lone wolf thing, because to be honest, that's really cliche. Like, and it's kind of overdone.
Yes.
I want it to be about mental
Hibernation.
health and like keep going. But like, I don't want no quote or nothing. I want an image. Like, I'm having a hard time explaining to you, but like sometimes you'll be on social media or something like that, but you'll see an image and it speaks 1,000 words. Like, you understand what it's like. For instance, like what I can think of now is like somebody like building a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? And that brick wall every day represents a day in their life, or you could do like each problem that they've had in their life, like things that are weighing them down, and they're finally trying to pick everything up and make some purpose out of their pain. Basically, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know exactly. I'd have to sit down with somebody, but I want a tattoo that is like a masterpiece to look at. It's got 1,000 words to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know it'll cost me a lot of money. So that's another reason too why I'd have to wait.
Not necessarily. You mean like you want a super realistic like wolf tattoo?
Well, wolf is.
My friend can do
if
tattoos.
we're going off of
like
what
my
we-
dude
I-
who did these can do them.
Well,
and he'll do them for cheap too, dude.
yeah,
Like $200.
that's a good deal.
Like,
But
literally.
I have to be ready.
And they're clean. Like they're not.
No, dude, your tattoos look fucking excellent.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but I don't. when I do get a tattoo, I want
Fuck
it
you, Fred.
to be a bunch of different
And
things.
everything you stand for, buddy.
Like, see how you have a bunch of different things on you?
Yeah.
I want something similar to that, but this is what my ex taught me because she has some similar things around. That's called patch art or something like that. And I like that a lot. It's its own style. But I think for me, I want something to where, like, have you ever seen somebody that gets a sleeve and it's all like together and it is like, it looks like it's not a bunch of different random things. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that though at all, because I know a lot of people that do that and it looks cool on people. But
Right.
like, do you know what I'm saying? Trying to say with the difference, like when people get like a sleeve. My brother's got one, for example, like it's like a stairway up to heaven, and it's
Yeah.
him and his son walking up there, and then I can't remember it all the way, but then it's got like some clocks right here, and like you go around, and like I can't remember everything else, but it all goes together, and it looks like it was one tattoo, like just one masterpiece done. Does that make sense?
You want something that's basically like a whole scene
Yeah.
combined.
Yeah, that's was way less words than what I just used. But yeah, for sure, just kind of one theme, but it's okay to mix it up a little bit. But like, just examples, like this isn't something I would probably choose, but like if you did like guns and skulls, like because they go together, even though they're different, they still go together. You
Right.
know, so like I could get something like that in that type of sleeve,
See, I
but
think
it wouldn't be guns and skulls.
Right. I think I did mine all different random things because, like, I thought about the idea of a full sleeve, but then I was like, that's one concept taking up an entire space
Mhm.
compared. Like, I have so many different things that mean a lot to me.
Yeah. Well, everybody gets ink for a different reason too. That's the
In the
awesome
same
thing
space, it
about
could have
ink.
just been one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I covered like 7 important things in one. On the other hand, if
That's
you're doing,
something
like,
I
a
really
scenery
like
thing.
about tattoos is because it really tells a story about you. It's a good way for somebody to be able to express themselves. But like also like with tattoos too, like there's a lot of like similar tattoos that have like different meanings cuz going back to what I just said a minute ago, like a lot of people have different reasons for why they want to get tattooed. You know, so that affects the style that they get, you know what I'm saying? And like you and a lot of people that get, it might not be patch art, but I think that's what it's called. And it just means a bunch of different tattoos, but yours, each one is a memory, or like it could be like a place that you went, you know, like uh, my little brother, he did that. He got like a I-75 thing and something like that, 513, and he went and did that at a certain place, you know. And you look back at all your tattoos over the time, and you got all these memories,
Right.
you know, that you're carrying with you. It's not shit that's tucked away in a closet that you're gonna forget about. Like, you know, like you can just hop out the shower and just admire your ink. You know what I'm saying? If you have so much of it, because
I've
there are
never-
people that cover their bodies in it.
I don't know. I've never like really paid attention to it. I guess. I kind of just forget it exists, to be honest. I've never like took a picture to flex my tattoos.
No, but it's almost like the
Well,
way I look at it
I
is
took a video one time and flexed them, but that was it.
there ain't nothing wrong with that. You're proud of it.
It's not like I posed like in specific.
No, you just showed them off. Yeah, but
Not-
guess what?
Not like all. Like
That's
just
okay.
when I initially get
Why do you
them.
think people add all these colors of their tattoos and they're not all just outlines? You get what I mean? It is
No.
a great way to express yourself, like your clothes. You know, so like, yeah, you're gonna like have them tattoos and it'll be normal to you, and like the new will wear off, so you're just casually living about them. And yeah, you'll forget about them. But at the end of the day, like the reason why you got them is kind of what matters. You know, like depending on who you are and why you got the ink. But like that's what I'm saying with you. You know, you got memories. Like every one of those was from a different inspiration or a different memory. You
Time
know,
period in my
yeah.
life.
So it's kind of like with your old rap music you got too. You know, you don't even rap that way anymore, but you still ain't deleted it because it's like a fucking time capsule. You know, like I think shit like that is really cool. You know, like this is my last thing because I don't want to like rant off on just one subject. But you know, I seen this post on Facebook and I thought it was really awesome. But this husband and wife was kind of bickering at each other about all the clutter that the husband had, and uh, the son told the mom that all the boards that he has and all the tire rims or whatever, or these car parts over here and these bolts in this drawer. It might sound so stupid to you, mom, but to him, that's his memories of his life growing up. Like some of them things he's had for many years, you know, and this could have been he didn't go this deep, but I'm trying to give you a better example.
Right.
But you know, like this could have been something that him and his dad worked on, like this car part, you know, that he kept. You know, like people express or well, yeah, people express themselves differently, but they also like just kind of keep different, like they remind themselves differently of the good times in their life and like hold on and cherish the good times differently. Some people will walk around and never have a tattoo on their body and ever, but they might also have about 50 fucking photo albums from the family since before I was even born. You know what I'm saying? Of all the family and the good memories that they keep.
That's a lot of why I do YouTube and shit is like, cause I want to like when I'm old, I want to be able to like watch
Man,
it.
that's cool.
That's the whole reason I really started doing it, cause my memory sucks real bad.
Dude, that's a good reason to start because most people nowadays is
started
all
for a
about
sad
just
reason.
for the money. But
No,
like,
I just do it cause I want to like watch myself when I'm older for real.
you know who Good Jug Squad is? You know, right? Please tell me.
And if I die, my mom can sob and watch me smoke weed and talk to people.
Dude, that's so funny, bro. I'm not even lying to you. At work earlier, I was thinking about how I'm in your YouTube videos sometimes, and I'm out there on YouTube and a couple of channels, but it's like most of it's either gameplay and shit. But me, like you actually got videos of me in there, and you know, I was just thinking like if I ever died, you know, at the wrong time or whatever, like I could be able to like say I was like sick or something, but I could tell my family like, you know, there's videos on Brody's channel of me like I might have been a goon, but you know, you can watch me on YouTube, you know.
Yeah.
I even told my grandma, I was like, before you pass, Mama, I really want you to make a video and just talk to us and we can play it at the funeral, but you know, just tell us whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we're really gonna have a hard time when you're not around anymore. So I think it'd be cool, kind of like to have a little time capsule in a video. You know, go back and watch my mama one last time. I think you could agree with that, like your mama and your dad.
Yeah.
If they did something like that for you, you'd cry like a fucking baby, but it'd make you feel so good. Like, you know, I've been really just, we're going on a tangent here, but that's what a podcast is for, y'all, so bear with it. But I've just been really sitting and thinking about just not only like how important family is, but I don't want to be that guy where something bad happens for me to like be close to my family. And it seems like it always takes somebody getting majorly sick or somebody dying, and then everybody separates, you know, like you ever heard people say they lose the glue from the family when the grandparents die and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah,
You know, like with the family reunions and stuff.
yeah.
And I just, you know, I've been thinking like just how important family really is, and like I know a lot of people are not very close with your whole family. It gets hard to do that, and you guys more gravitate towards like your intermediate family, so like your mom and dad and grandparents and things like that. And I feel like that's pretty normalized, but even then, I feel like we just don't take the time out of the day to go see them, even when we could. And you know, it's just so easy to like want to like fill our idle time with other things, but just right here recently, you know, I've been just trying to keep myself in the moment, and like I'll catch myself wanting to like, I don't know, like go get on the game or whatever, which there's nothing wrong with playing games, but man, like there's been a couple times where I literally am just like, you know what, I'm gonna turn this game off and I'm gonna go out there and just sit with my grandma and my mom while I'm still living with them, because I'm gonna be moving eventually anyway. But
Right.
you know, like even if it ain't the most entertaining thing in the world or whatever, like just being able to sit there and look at them and like know that they are the ones, like your family, especially a lot of people, you know, your mom and your dad, like they're the ones that truly count, and they're the ones that like will care for you the most. Like when your family's gone, especially if you ain't settled down like with a good woman or something like that, there's not really nobody that cares if you win or lose, if you're doing good, if you've had your belly full, if you're feeling all right, like this, that, or the other. Like, you know, that's something, you know, a woman will do for you. But like if you're all alone and you're not, you know, your family's all gone and you just decide to like not get close with anybody and push yourself off and choose, because I don't know, like losing parents, I've seen a lot of people spiral down and like give up. That's what I'm getting at, and they just shut themselves out. Like, you know, it's hard to lose parents, but I think it's like important to want to like just cherish as much of the time that you have with them, so that way when you do lose them, at least you got a lot of good memories to look back on. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of people say that, but nobody does it. And I've been feeling that a lot recently, you know, like, you know, so I've just been like, I ain't played my game or like done a whole lot recently, because especially because, you know, sometimes we get to feeling down, you know, and when we get like that, you know, especially me, I like to just be around my family,
Yeah.
because they're the ones that really truly care about your well-being, you know. And
That's a fact, bro.
it's just when that's all gone, like nothing else is guaranteed. You know, when you're with the man or woman, whoever you are and who you're with, you know, people say they love you or whatever like that, but nothing is really guaranteed. Like the only unconditional love comes from the people that give you birth and God, you know. And I don't know, I catch myself forgetting that a lot of times too, you know. Like you ever just get like just kind of short or distant with your parents because you've been busy doing your own thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you just
Yeah.
don't talk to them for a while, and that's normal. But I get the feeling like kind of bad, you know, and I start missing them. I want to talk to them. I can't imagine these people that move all the way fucking across the country for another job or something, and they just FaceTime their family. Like that's some real different way of growing up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like love is, it's
Yeah.
just so weird, man, and it's because of how different it is in different households and how it's expressed.
Dude, that was so good. I know I keep checking to see if it's fucking
No,
up,
it's all
but
good.
I don't want it to, because this is like a really good pod.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. I kind of feel like I'm
What do you,
over talking a little bit,
No,
but
this is actually like,
I have a hard
this is
time
good
with
shit
words.
that people can relate to. What do you think love is? How do you define love?
That's a hard one for me because there's been many a times where I thought I like found and knew the answer. But at the end of the day, I guess I got two ways of how I could answer, and they're kind of contradictory. But the one being, nobody knows, really. You know, like, it's just like, it's like a, there's something else at play there that you can't see that's like in a spiritual level, I feel like, especially when you've met the right one. But in the same token, in the same token, I don't know if I really know what love is at all, like, and maybe other people do, but maybe it's something that you have to learn through trial and error, and it's more about, like, obviously you gotta love yourself first, but, like, when you truly love yourself and you truly love somebody, you're not just focused on how they make you feel. A lot of people, like, you know, like, they'll ask them, like, why do you love him, or why do you love her, like, and they always say, well, oh, they make me feel like amazing, or, you know, they make me laugh like nobody else. Like, these short things seem to kind of bring people in, and, like, love is an easy thing to experience, but it's a very complex thing to, like, understand.
I feel like people don't understand the sacrifice that comes with it. Like, I don't know. I feel like love's like when you put someone above yourself.
Uh, my opinion on that, okay, is yes,
But that's a very like
but no.
blunt
Like,
way to explain it.
well, yeah, and you're right, because, like,
Pretty toasted.
I think that love is definitely about sacrifice for sure at the right times. And that's the thing, at the right time. Like, you don't go out and buy a girl that you've only been talking to and fucking maybe for 6 months now. Like, you don't go moving her in and buying her a car and trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's a sacrifice. Like, because you're
I've done that.
sacrificing your peace.
I have done that.
I didn't know that. But I'm just
I've
saying,
literally
though,
done that.
like, because what you do, I swear on everything, I did not know that. That was not a personal thing, but
No.
a lot of men do this shit, you know, and it's so easy to, like, just give in to them feelings of, like, what you feel is love. But like I said, like, being able to, like, learn and decipher the love language, that's where I fall short. Like, that's why I don't really, like, I don't, it's not that I, like, necessarily couldn't, but, like, I'm not willing to sacrifice a lot of my peace, the little piece I do have at least, because there is a lot of sacrifice you got to make with women, all right? But at the same time, like, that should really only go so far, you know? And the last one I was with, you know, this is something I explained to her. We were together before, you know, and she came back out of me, you know, text me up, you know, a couple years later. And this is why I guess you could see me wording this a little more aggressive. But basically, she just was apologizing for all the shit and admitting the wrongs. You know, I got a paragraph about that long, you know. So, like, you know, and she wanted to meet back up, and she was hoping to get back together type shit. But, you know, one thing I explained to her is, you know, I was like, I love you, but a lot of the mistakes I made the first time, You know, they hurt me a lot, but I learned from them. And if I'll ever get in another relationship with you or anybody else, something I will always be clear and upfront is I'm totally willing to make compromise with you because, you know, it's important that, you know, we both can't just have shit one way and, you know, it's going to cause conflict, but I would never compromise myself and what I stand for and my beliefs for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you really understand what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
Well, so I told that to somebody else before, and they kind of was like, give me a weird look, but I don't know. I kind of just, because if you don't get it, I mean, you're my friend, so I'll sit and have a conversation with you. But a lot of people, if they don't even know what I'm saying, I don't even really bother like trying to explain it to them, because
No, like I get it.
yeah, but
I get what you mean.
yeah, dude, it's important because, you know, there's been too many times, you know, I've been over backwards and I've sacrificed for, you know, a woman just at the wrong times. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would have waited and seen, really, if I would have waited and got to know her a little bit better, because you always meet somebody's representative the first few months you're with them. That's their, like, that's their customer service coming out. You feel me? And then you get the real after either something bad has happened or about, depending on who this chick is, I feel like 3 to 6 months, sometimes a little longer, depending on how reserved they are. But men do this too. But people, a lot of times, put this facade on for a while, and it can only last so long. And then that's why people fall out of love with people, because they're not who they used to be when they first got together. Like, because after the time, you know, you start getting aggravated and building resentment and this, that, and the other, and like your true colors start to like come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you kind of like, I don't know, like this is something. If you notice, bro, women, I can't give you really good time dates, but I'll just take a good guesstimate. We'll say 1950s. All right. Women were not giving it up to these men. Not even a fraction of what it is today. Like, there was something really different in customs in general, because, you know, all these men nowadays want a traditional woman, and all these women today want a traditional man. But we're not traditional folks anymore, so shit's all fucked up. We listen to music talking about a bitch sucking your dick on the first date or she'll get the fuck out, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like Eminem, he said, if she don't put out, if she won't put out, then I'll put her out. Like, you know, just
This is true.
you know, like. But I'll tell you, back in the day, people stayed married so much longer. Like my grandparents, it's been over 30 years they've been married, like at least. I can't remember exactly, but you don't even hear about shit like that anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? Like both my siblings that have married, uh, neither one of them stayed married. And definitely not hating on my family at all, but we're just, it's a different generation now, man. Like, there really used to be a meaning in fighting for love. And I've noticed not a lot of these newer people, men or women, really want to fight for love. Like, because, you know, like,
Dude.
sex is great and it feels awesome. And it's like, you throw some fucking drugs in the mix. Like, yeah, you can get some shit, some memories going. Like, this shit's cool. It sounds cool, you know, so everybody wants to do it. But, like, it just, you always feel like you can leave and go find something better. You feel me?
Yeah, but no. I have OCD, so like when I like someone,
Well, maybe
I
not
really
you.
like somebody, but in
I'm
general, the
that way too, but I
population,
don't
like the
put that
world
as
is
OCD for me.
the world. Yeah, I don't know. In general, yeah, I feel you.
Listen, I got PTSD over my last relationship.
Me
That's how
too.
much I love. Like, I
Me
still,
too.
I had a dream about this beautiful woman just the other day, and she's done me wrong in so many ways. But I love her, and it'll just be that way. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know things will never be that way again. But at the end of the day, I'm aware of what was going on. You know.
What's
like,
up, dude?
Anyway, you live and you learn, bro. You know, so like, as far as like what we think love is, like, the first answer is I think nobody knows. Or like, if there is like a good answer, if you really want to put it on, like, it's not just one or two words, but for one, it's not just based off of feelings, but it is based off of sacrifice in a manner. But it's also, I think, based off of just like I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's based off of just the words on the tip of my tongue. Damn it! I'm trying to tell them what I think love means, because it's a tricky one.
This is a good pod, man. It's a good one.
I think it might need some trimming on certain shit.
No, dude, it's just
But
very raw.
I don't know. I guess all
That's
right.
how podcasts work.
Let me try one more time. All right, I still ain't really got it all together, but I think